Hello students, in this video I am going to discuss the home tab of the Microsoft Office Word in detail. So let us start with the paste function. Let us let us start with the copy and paste function. Let's say I am going to copy this content which is given here in the website and paste paste it in the Microsoft Word. And paste it in the Microsoft Word. Now, as I have copied this content from the browser and I am going to paste it here. So I have three basic options which are given here. One of the first option is the use of source formatting. Is the use of keep source formatting. So now what happens when I use this function? Please have a look. Okay, as you can see, by using this function you can clearly see that it has kept the formatting from the website as it is, and also it has carried on using the links which are being provided in the website. Okay, another option, for example, if I want to use another paste function, let us check. I will undo the function from the here, this button given here, where undo paste source formatting will be done. And going to use another function where I will be using merge formatting function. As you can see, now the format has changed according to the format which is given in this Word file. Let's say I don't want any of the links in this document. I don't want to add any link in this document. Okay, there is again I will go for a undo, or you can also press Control Z function to undo also. And the last option which is given here, keep text only. By using this function you will see there will not be any link in the text which you had copied previously. So there will be no hyperlink in the text option. Now there are other options also. I am again going to do undo. There are also other options also. Paste special options. Okay, where you can paste as HTML format or unformatted text options also. If you are using an old version, you should use unformatted text if you don't want to continue the formatting from the source. Now let's start with the further tutorial. I have copy pasted some of the contents for this tutorial. Okay, as you will be able to see. Now this content is basically given here by using the chat GPT function. Okay, chat GPT function. Okay, you can also create this document using chat GPT also. Okay, so I'm going to use different formatting tools. Now I had shown you use of paste function, different how will my document look by using the different paste options. Now I will be using the font functions which are given here. In the font functions, first I'm going to change the font from, let's say, Calibri body to, let's say, Bookman old style. Okay, now you can check the fonts which has changed. Okay, this one are Bookman old style fonts. You can choose your own fonts also, whichever you like, or according to the guidelines given in the document. Okay, and the fonts given here are Calibri by default. Next part, I will be changing the size of these fonts from 11 to 20. Okay, so this helps us in changing the size of the fonts. Either you want to increase or you want to decrease or set as per the guidelines. Okay, you can also increase the font by using this function or decrease the font by using this function also. You can also change the font to a specific one by just clicking on this 20 and enter backspace and just write 25 and give enter. Okay, now this font will be of size 25. Okay, next function is basically the change case function. Is the change case function. So by using this function, you have few options which are given here. First one is the sentence case. Let's click on sentence case. As you can see, the given here, it's already in the sentence case. Now if I convert it into lowercase, you can see each and every word will be in lowercase. Now if I click on uppercase, each and every word will be in capital case, uppercase. Now if I use a capitalize each word, it will just capitalize each word. Next, the toggle case option. If you want to use this, you can use this function also. It will toggle the case. Again, I'm going to use the toggle case function. You can see what happened in this document. Next one is basically clear all formatting. If you don't want to use any format, just click on this. It will come to its original which you had copy pasted in this document. Okay, so again I'm going to change my font to Bookman All Style. The font size which I want to use is 20, so I will just type it. Okay, and I will use the case of capitalize each word, and now I am going to use the bold function. Okay, this is the bold function. Now I am going to use the italize function. Now I am going to use the underline function. Now I am going to use different types of underlining options which are given here. Okay, you can use the option whichever you want. Next function is the strike through option. Is the strike through options. Now what happens if I use this? Let us check. Please check what happened. It has just striked out through the words given here. Now let's say I will undo this again. Okay, let's say now I want to use a formula of H2SO4 which is a sulfuric acid. Now as you know, H2SO4, okay, it's a formula for sulfuric acid. Now I want it to be the subscript, and for also the subscript, just select the 2 given here and just click on this subscript function. So do not change the size but use the subscript option. Okay, similar is the case for H2, for also use the subscript function. Okay, now let us check. Now if you want to use the function of superscript, just select the 4 and use the superscript function, whichever you want to use. Okay, so I'm deleting this again. Now if you want to use the word art option, okay, if you want to use the word art option, let's say I'm going to use this microbiology word for word art option. Now let us check which are the options available here. So now in this you can clearly check in this option you can see different types of fonts which appear in the screen. Okay, while I go through these fonts just by using my cursor. Okay, these are the various fonts which are available. You can also change the color from here. You can change the different type of shadow options which are given here. You can change the different reflection options which are given here. You can use the different glow systems which are given here, whichever you want to use. Different numbering patterns if are there, you can use these systems. These ligatures you can use whatever you want to add, or stylistic sets. I think it is in the newer versions only. Okay, you can use any of it. Now if you want to highlight, okay, then you need to use the text highlight color. Then you need to use text highlight color. Okay, so by using this, just click on this, it will highlight text into yellow color. Or if you want to use different colors, you can use these options also which are given here, whatever you would like to use. Okay, so now if you want to change the color of the font now, okay, if you want to change the color of the font now, please use this function given here, which is of font color. Okay, now I'm going to use, let's say I'm going to use red colored font. Okay, I'm going to use red color font here. Okay, so as you can see, I have just used red colored font. Now I have completed the font section in the home tab. Now I'm moving towards the paragraph section of the home tab. Now using this function, let's say I want to mark this with the bullets available. Okay, with the bullets available, you can choose the bullet. Okay, or whichever type you want to use. Either you want to use arrow, or you want to use a square, or you want to use a circle or a small square, or there are various other bullet options also available, whichever you would like to use. There is another option if you want to define a completely new bullet. There is also the option available. You can use a picture. Okay, you can use a picture from the picture file you have downloaded. Okay, it depends on you. Let's say I'm going to use this bullet. Now as you can see, I have changed the bullet to a new one. Okay, to a new one which is given here. Okay, I have changed my own, created my own bullet style. You can use it same for your document also. Okay, now as you can see, I'm just entering using enter key at the end of the sentences, and it is automatically creating the bullets later on of the same type. Now let's say if you want to use the numerical type system, numbering system, where numbered list is to be done, there are very another many number of options which are available here. So I'm going to use 1 2 3 option. Okay, at the end of the sentence I'm again using the enter key. As you can see, the numbering occurs automatically. Okay, now next section is basically a multi-level list option. Now you can define the multi-level list if you want. Okay, for example, this is a multi-level list. It will, let's say it starts with the 1. Now check the multi-level, it has changed automatically. Okay, now I am again using the enter button at the end of the sentence. Again, see, this is how multi-level list works. Please check. Okay, so I have created 4 different levels. Okay, I have created 4 different levels of the list, which is very easy. and you can continue. Now let's check here also. Okay, okay, first let's say I'm going to type something and create another level. Please check, it is very easy. Okay, this is how multi-level list works. Now next option, I want to change the indent, or let's say I want to decrease the indent, or I want to increase the indent. So by using this key here, you can decrease the indent. So move your paragraph closer to the margin. So let us check how it works. I have selected in my document. I'm going to use the decrease indent. You can see the content have moved towards the margin. Now if you want to increase the content, just click on increase the content indent button. Now there is another option, next one, which is a sort option. The it will arrange the sentences into a alphabetic order. Let's click on this. Okay, it will ask how you would like to sort the text. You can select paragraphs, headings, fields. So right now I'm going to use the paragraphs, and I'm going to check for the text. You can use number also if you are using numbers, or even dates. Just click on OK. Now you can see previously it was starting with the microbiology, now it is starting with the from. So basically it has arranged the list according to the alphabetic order. Now I will press Ctrl Z to move to its original position again. Now next option is the show and hide option. So this is very useful. Okay, this is very useful when you are actually formatting, and it's an advanced level option and very easy to use. Okay, it you may find something new. You can find various new symbols also, so you need to know various symbols which are used here. Now I am going to click on this button. Now please check how my document will look now, where you can see here different types of, previously it was not there. Okay, I'm going to hide the marks. Please check. Okay, now I am again going to show the marks. So this symbol which is given here is of a enter sign, enter key sign. This basically arrow is basically the tab which is used here. Okay, which is used here. Okay, for example I am going to use tab. Okay, so this is how the tab uses is used here. I am going to again hide. Next one is, for example, now I want to align my text towards the left. Now if I want to arrange the text in the center, now if I want to align my text in the right, now if I want to align my text in a justified manner, basically in the case of justify, your text is distributed evenly between the margins. So it gives something like a clean and crisp edges. So your document looks more in a polished way. Let us click on this also. Okay, you can see now document looks something more polished here. Next option which I am going to use is basically the line and paragraph spacing. So by this you can choose the space which appears between lines of text or between the paragraphs. Okay, now let us check its option which are available here. By default, some of these are by default options. Please check by using this line spacing of 1. This is how my document will look. Now please check if I am using line spacing of 1.15. Next, if I am using the line spacing of 1.5. Next, if I am using the line spacing of 2. Next, if I am using line spacing of 2.5. Next, if I am using the line spacing of 3. For example, now if you want to just remove or add space before the paragraph, this is how my document looks. If I want to remove this, or if you want to add, whatever you would like to do. Now there are also customized option also. You can use this button, line spacing options, line spacing options. So this is how indentation. You can also decrease or increase my indentations. Please have a look here. I'm going to change indent for your uh, information. You can see increase in indent. You can see here now decrease in the indent. You can also go for negative, but please make sure do not go for negative. Always it should be a 0 or in a positive side from the margins. Okay, now you can use special or you can use none. Okay, you can use mirror indents if you want to use. This helps us especially if you are creating a book like two-sided printed books. If you want to use before and after, okay, after whatever you can use, it depends on the guidelines also which you would be formatting. You can use different exactly. Okay, you can give here points, whatever you would like to use. And I just, for example, I'm just going to click OK. This is how my document looks now. I'm just again going to press the Z button. Okay, now next option is basically the shading. Change, it basically changes the color behind the selected text, paragraph, or a table cell This is especially useful when you want information to jump off the page. Let us use this function. Just click on this and I will choose the color. So this is different from the one we are using for text. You can see the difference here. Okay, you can see the difference here. Now again, let's say if I am using highlight text, this is how this appears. So there is a different, it completely it is highlighted, but you can see if you have used this function which is given here, text highlight color, it will look like this. And if you are using this function, it will look like this. So this is how it looks. I'm again going to use Control Z keys. Okay, I'm again going to use Control Z keys. Okay, now next function is basically border. I want to, let's say I want to add a border to my selection. Click on this, all borders. Okay, this might be helpful if you want to highlight something like that. You may have read various reference books or textbooks. You may have checked that there is some borders given in a specified text or a border to highlight them. You might have also used it. Now the next option in the home tab is the styles. This is very much interesting. Okay, these basically option using the styles saves our time in the formatting. Let us see how. So I'm going to click on styles. So it gives the document a consistent and a polished look. Even now imagine a document, let's say it may be of 2 or 3 pages, and each and every paragraph start with something new or different fonts and different sizes. So the document may not look consistent or have a polished look. Okay, it may also look unprofessional one. So by using the style options, we will reduce these errors. So let us start with the style options. in this style option there are many levels available. Now you can see as I have my cursor in the first line microbiology. Now what happens, you can check the difference in the fonts. Okay, now this is one head one. So these are some of the fonts created in my PC for my personal use. You can create your own styles also if you want to use. Okay, you can check. These are some of the fonts which are basically built inbuilt in the system. Let us create a style now. Okay, style, let's say I will going to modify the style whichever I would like to use. Now I can change the font whatever I would like to change. Let's say I'm going to use Times New Roman and the color of black. Just click on OK. Now this is how my time basically will be saved. Just select this and just click on this style one. So this is how this style function works. You can create variety of styles. So it will basically decrease your time in the formatting. Now again I'm going to select this. Just select style 1. Okay, now I'm going to show you how the heading function works. Okay, how the heading function works. So heading function is very important. Now as you can clearly see that there are 3 levels, okay, in this document. So starting with this microbiology, okay, starting next heading level 2 and heading level 3. Now I'm going to select this and I'm going to select this. This will be my paragraph text. Okay, now let us see what happens if I click here. You can check here. Okay, so by using these styles you can basically reduce your time and effort in the editing. So it is always recommended before starting the formatting, please, I'm repeating again, please select the styles you want to use or create the styles which you want to use. And please keep in mind that the styles you are creating should have header 1, head 2 and head 3 and the normal fonts. Okay, and the normal fonts, for example, normal means the content which will be your paragraph. Okay, and the style also for the captions.